Hey everyone, and welcome to the 1000 subscriber Q&A video. I'm sure those of you who took part in the 1000 subscriber giveaway have been anticipating this video for a few days now, so here it is. Now, as mentioned in the announcement video I made the other day, I'll be announcing the winners at the end of this video, so stay tuned until the end as I will be selecting and announcing the winners. Before proceeding any further, I just want to get one thing out of the way, which is, yes, I finally got a haircut after so long, and yeah, that's pretty much all I want to say. Now, enough delay, let's move on to the questions. Alright, so the first question by Anas Hayyan. He asks, my question for you, Wazirdude, is what has been your most memorable moment in making your videos all this while? Okay, so the most memorable moment, I think, out of all the times of me making videos would be the videos where I, get help from my friends to make videos, such as the skit videos, for example, the Road to Success video or the misuse of social media videos. The reason why those videos are most memorable for me is because it was really fun interacting with them and getting them to work together, getting them to say the lines and all the acting and such. And because there was so much to do, there of course were a lot of bloopers and behind the scenes clips which were really fun to look back upon, and I still remember those moments to these days. So yeah, that answers your question. Next question by Abdullah Adam. Which video that you've made is the hardest to produce and why? Okay, so the videos that would be the hardest for me to produce would be I think would be the car mod videos for my G3. That would be because there's actually a few reasons for that. So the first reason is that when making these mod videos, I usually would do a little bit of R&D myself, figure out how to do the mod myself by researching and looking up videos, feedback, whatever, so on and so forth. And secondly, due to the style of car mod videos which I make, which consists of I'd say it's not built in subtitles, edited in subtitles. Those videos are the most tedious to make, basically, because they require a lot of time to get those subtitles in the video. Basically, I spent at least 3 hours for a 8 to 9 minute video, for a car mod video, just to make subtitles on that video. So yeah, those would be the hardest videos for me to make. Okay, so now moving on to question number 3 by Muhammad Gaman. He asks, my question for you is, what motivates or inspires you to upload videos on YouTube? Okay, so the one thing that motivates me or inspires me to upload videos onto YouTube, whether it is consistently or inconsistently, would be the fact that it is something that my younger self would have wanted me to do in the future. So I think that is what motivates me the most, is that this is something I've wanted to do for quite some time, and I will just keep on doing it just for the heck of it. And also because if it's one thing my younger self would have wanted me to continuously do, it would be to continue making videos. Now moving on to question number 4 by Sugoya Boy. So he asks, what's your biggest challenge as a fresh YouTuber? So the biggest challenge as a fresh YouTuber, in my opinion, would be competing with all the other channels that have so much more traction, especially when it comes to similar style videos, because of course their videos will probably overshadow my videos in some way. So the way for me to counter that, or try to overcome that struggle, would be to have a unique element in my video, which is to introduce something special which makes people stay and watch. For instance, my car mod videos, I know there are so many people out there who make car mod videos as well, but the one thing about all those videos, or well, at least a majority of those videos here, especially in Malaysia, would be the fact that many of them, or most of them, are Bahasa Melayu based mod videos. So when I make these videos where I mod my videos, I always tell myself to keep making them in English, because I know there are people out there who prefer English content over the Bahasa Melayu content. Now, in order to appeal to a wider audience, I would of course include these subtitles which I mentioned earlier, Despite how tough it is, I always tell myself to just keep on adding those subtitles, especially for the car mod videos, because people still want to figure out how to do these mods themselves. So you know what, why not just, you know, add these subtitles for the benefit of everyone. Moving on to question number 5 by Mio Harris. He asks, when will you take your car to the track and join me? Okay, interesting question. I'm not exactly sure when, of course, but I hope sometime in the near future. I love to set a target of bringing my car to track in 2022, which is next year. But we'll see how things goes. No promises, of course. I am tempted to bring my car to the track, like as it is, you know, right now, almost completely stock. But part of me does want to try out and, you know, just get some better performance mods, such as better suspension or lighter rims. But we'll see how things go. No promises for now. But I most definitely love to bring my car to track and, you know, drive alongside someday. We'll see. Okay, so next up we have question number 6 by Ryan Lionel. He asks, my question is, what other car were you considering before you decided on the MyVG3, and why did you pick it instead of the other cars? Okay, so funny story. Well, not exactly so funny story, but many years ago, well, not that many years ago, but back when I was in high school, I think, secondary 1, 2, around that time, when I was like still 14, 15 years old, my dad actually asked me this one time, so what car would you want in the future when you can, you know, start driving later on? And then I said, I don't know, maybe a Proto Myvi, I guess. And then he said, like, why the Myvi? Because at that time the Proton Iris was brand new, and it was brand new, but it hasn't been released yet, and my dad was leaning towards that option. So yeah, that's pretty much how it all started. And I never really surveyed any other cars or any other models as to what should my first car be. I've just stuck with the Proto Myvi. Like, I never had a thought to change my mind. And then later on, like few years later, when the MyVG3 was released, my dad also had a look at it, and then, you know, and he's probably like, this might be actually a good car to use. And lo and behold, this car has been serving me for 3 years now, and is holding up pretty well. Next up, we have question number 7 by Kibo Ariel PJ. My question is, why you want to be a YouTuber and why you do a review about the car? I have not much question, but it really helps me to understand and enjoy your video. In the meantime, I like your videos. I like your video because it's very detailed about something and everything. I really do enjoy it, and please make more video. Yeah, thanks. Cheers. I like this question. I understand your question. So basically, why do I want to be a YouTuber? Well, as mentioned earlier, it is something my younger self wanted to do, so I guess that is something I will continuously do for a good while. And why do I do reviews about my car? Because, well, okay, I will be just blatantly honest with this, but basically my car videos have been performing quite better compared to my other videos. Well, besides the Life in IM videos or the university videos. So that is why I make the car videos, because they're actually quite fun and enjoyable to make as well, because I get to enjoy the results of doing the videos about my car. So yeah, that's pretty much why I do review about my car. Next up, we have a question by Iqbal Hakim. How do you deal with haters? I don't have haters. I don't think I'm at that point to where I have haters yet. So I really, you know, don't really bother to think about it until I actually face it later on, if I ever do. But say if I were to have haters later on, I'll pretty much just ignore them. Next up, we have a question by Nadra Diana. She asks, my question to Mr. Wazer, what is your biggest fear in life? And my second question to Mr. Dude, if you were in serious debt, would you enter Squid Game? Okay, my biggest fear in life would be basically not living it to my what is it? How do I say it? Basically not living my life up to how I expected. And my answer to your second question as to whether I would join Squid Game if I were in serious debt, I'm gonna be honest, probably not, because what are the odds that I win? Like, I haven't watched the Squid Game yet as of recording this video, so I don't know what happened at the very end, if there were multiple winners. But I really don't see myself entering Squid Game, even if I were in a serious debt. Question number 10 is sent by Farhan Zikri. My question, will you do a TT with subs? Okay, so for those of you who don't know what TT stands for, well, basically it's sort of like car meets. It's basically a car meet, yeah. So as to whether I will do TT with subs, I have been considering this idea actually, because some others have actually asked this question, and I think the best way for me to do this would be to collaborate with other MyV content creators as well, such as MG3 Hub and Awokdu. So there will be a wider group of people to invite, but we'll see how that goes later on. Now moving on to question number 11 by Abdul Ghafur. He asks a few questions. Question 1, what was your ambition? Secondly, will you make any new vids in Malay? And third, what's the best mobile game you ever played? Suggestion for me to play. Okay, so my answer to question number 1, what is my ambition? Well, actually my ambition has changed over the years. Back in high school, I wanted to be a scientist, then an inventor, an engineer, and then moving on later on to high school, like right before university, I wanted to be an architect. But now here I am studying law. So right now, I think I'll be sticking with law for now, because like I've been through law quite a while now, and it's best to pursue it until the end. My answer to question 2, will you make any new vids in Malay? Probably, but not in the near future. And question number 3, what's the best mobile game you ever played? Clash of Clans. Okay, so now moving on to question number 12 by Muhammad Naufal. He also has a few questions for me. Number 1, are you anti-vax? Number 2, which EPL club do you like? And question number 3, what is your favorite food? Okay, in response to question number 1, I actually am an anti-vax, you know. I'm actually part of a few anti-vax groups in Malaysia, where they actually asked me to become a volunteer for them, to go and actually get a vaccine and record myself vlogging. As you can see in my 2 videos where I actually recorded my experience of getting vaccinated, because they wanted to see the side effects of getting vaccinated and whatnot. So yeah, as of now, even though I'm vaccinated, yeah, I'm an anti-vax. Please don't take that seriously, that is a joke. Okay, I'm not an anti-vax, of course. I took the vaccine, and there are 2 videos of me getting vaccinated on YouTube, come on! Okay, so moving on to his second question, which is, which EPL club do you like? If I'm not mistaken, EPL means English Premier League, correct? If so, my favorite EPL club would be Liverpool. Okay, so question number 3 by Muhammad Afal, what is my favorite food? Well, basically my favorite food, well, I have actually a lot of favorite foods actually. I just don't have any specific ones which I would prefer over the others if they were offered in a restaurant, because I usually check the price, to be honest. But say if I were to be treated at a fancy restaurant and they had a variety of favorite foods, I probably still wouldn't know what to pick, but here are some of my favorite foods. Let's see, we have carbonara, nasi lemak of course, and then baked macaroni. Yeah. Now moving on to question number 13 by Jeremy Undikal. He asks, my question for you, what is the future plans for your car? Well, actually I have quite a lot of plans for my car. It's just that all of these plans cost quite some money, so it'll be a while before I get to execute these plans on my car. But yeah, quite a few, and some of them involve getting the suspension changed. What else? New rims, of course. And then in terms of cosmetics, probably some unique livery that I can design by myself. Not sure, we'll see. And then the list goes on, of course. There are many things that I want to do with my car, but I don't want to give any high hopes or expectations on what kind of videos to see on my channel, like based on my cars. So yeah, I'm not going to say all of them, but there's quite a few. And question number 14 by Ariana Reza. She asks, what advice would you give to your 13-year-old self? If I could, I'd tell my 13-year-old self to let's see, I was secondary one that time, yeah. So I would ask my 13-year-old self to go out and explore more instead of spending so much time being an introvert and reading lots of books while everyone else was going out, hanging out and such. I mean, there's nothing bad with reading books, of course, but looking back, I spent way too much time reading books instead of discovering myself, hanging out with friends and anything like that. And I do regret that a lot. Next up, we have question number 15 by Akif A. He asks, what's the one thing that you couldn't live without and why is it so significant to you? The one thing I couldn't live without would be oxygen, because without it I would, be dead, of course. I know this isn't the answer you're expecting, but come on, it is important, like it is very significant to my survival. If I don't have oxygen, I'm not alive. Question number 16 by Shafika Mar. She asks, here's a random question. What do you always wanted to try but never found courage to do? I'm not exactly sure myself. It's not that I don't have the courage to do, but rather the opportunity never showed itself. But I think I would say that's the one thing that I wanted to do but didn't have the courage to do, would be to step up more, be more voluntary with things, try to be a more outspoken person, because I don't know, like personally I think I could have been better at some things, such as being a good orator or a good debater, as a matter of fact, but probably maybe it's not just a matter of courage, but it's a matter of opportunity and time, basically. So yeah. Next question by Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan. How many subscribers do you wish to have? 1 million. I mean, no, seriously, it would be nice to be able to reach 1 million subscribers someday. It's just that I'm gonna have to figure something out if I really want to get the ball rolling and make my way to 1 million subscribers, because now I am a very small fraction of 1 million subscribers. But hey, getting to 100,000 subscribers would be nice, because the silver plaque and all, like, it's pretty cool. But I just hope to bump up my subscriber digit numbers in the near future, hopefully. Okay, next question by Ahmed Jagadar. A question for you. What would you do if you had $1 billion? Assuming that the $1 billion is not subject to tax and I get to keep $1 billion exempted from tax, I would probably do a lot of investing into myself, improving myself in ways which require a lot of money. Next, I would probably help out a lot of people in need, because so many people need help nowadays. Not just by merely donating to them, but I think having $1 billion would be beneficial in terms of establishing different forms of help or services for other people. But obviously I would not spend all that 1 billion for myself, because 1 billion is just too much. Like no one person should have more than $1 billion. It's just way too much. Next question by Muhammad Nur Islan, question number 19. Do you have any plans on doing live streams on YouTube? I do plan to do live streams in the future when I have a more buff computer, because my current laptop really isn't strong enough to even record any gameplay of the games that I want to play. As to whether I will stream them to YouTube, maybe, but I do want to try streaming on Twitch first, because I don't know, Twitch is kind of like, the thing going on, and like YouTube, I want to keep YouTube separate for standalone videos, whereas Twitch will be for streams. So we'll see how it goes. Probably not anytime soon, to be honest, because I do not have a buff computer. My computer is so weak, it can't record games. But yeah, we'll see. And question number 20, my Max Zauruz, he asks, what do you use for editing videos currently? And since the beginning of me editing videos, I've been using NCH VideoPad video editor. Question number 21 by Shafinas Adnan. What is your main motivation to complete your law degree? Okay, so apart from the fact that I'm already a 4th year student and I'm really so close to ending it, would be the fact that the part of me just wants to give a shot at trying to help people in terms of the legal field of things, specifically in copyright law. I'm sure some of you are aware about the issue of artists having their arts being stolen and just being resold as really easy to sell merch by so many shops out there. So and this sort of issue hits home, close to home, close to my heart, close to home. Which one is the phrase? Because I used to do art. I probably might do sometime in the future. I just haven't had the time to do so. But I do understand what these artists feel when they say their art is stolen, and it's really frustrating. Like, no one has stolen my art, thankfully, and that's probably because no one knows my art. But they could use some legal advice on how to resolve this matter to protect to protect their art from being stolen, basically. Last but not least, question number 22 by Nadim. When is the next giveaway? What's the question to end this Q&A session video? Okay, so when is the next giveaway? Probably when I hit my next milestone, either when I reach another 1,000 subscribers, or if I'm feeling generous, maybe 1,500 subscribers, or maybe a bit down the road when we hit a bigger milestone, probably 5,000 subscribers or so. But yeah, not anytime soon, of course. Alright, so now that the Q&A session has been completed, we shall move on to the part where all of you have been anticipating, which is selection of the winners of the Baseus wireless earphones. So as mentioned in the announcement video, I'll be selecting them through a random online picker. So give me a moment to put all of your names into the wheel selector thing, then I will record my screen, and yeah, it will be here on the screen somewhere. And I'll probably show you guys as well on camera. Okay, so I have set up the random picker, as you can see on my phone right now over here. I also have it set up right here. So if you look closely, you can see that a majority, well, probably like 98% of you guys asked me a question, and because of that, you guys have 2 entries into this giveaway, and we're only like a few percent, like 1 or 2%, just commented Baseus earphone giveaway, so their name is only put once in this random picker. Alright, so without further ado, I shall click to spin to find out the winner of one of the Baseus wireless earphones. Here we go. Okay. Who is it? Slowing down. Okay, so we have Ryan Lionel as the first winner of the Baseus wireless earphones. Congratulations, Ryan Lionel. And now we shall spin the wheel one more time to figure out who is the second winner of this giveaway. Now let it roll for a bit. Spin around. It's a pretty big wheel with many names. And congratulations to Iqbal Hakim for being the second winner of the Baseus wireless earphones. So congratulations to both Ryan and Iqbal for winning the Baseus wireless earphones. I'll be contacting you guys shortly, so make sure your YouTube notifications are turned on, and check out every now and then, probably within the next few days, to see how will I be contacting you guys regarding the method of delivery and whatnot. So yeah, thank you so much to everyone for taking part in this giveaway and asking me questions for my 1,000 subscriber Q&A video. It means a lot. Don't worry, for those of you who did not win this giveaway, there are going to be giveaways in the future where I'll be most probably giving away more stuff, more quantities of items. Who knows, maybe I might just give out like 3 earphones this time around. And I guess that's all for this video. Once again, thank you all so much for helping me reach 1,000 subscribers. Right now I'm at 1.23k subscribers. Okay, so I guess that's all for this video. Leave a like if you like, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys next time.